Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nikki and Brie Show. We are here in New York City.
Oh, the Big Apple.
I know, and traffic is insane because it is about to start New York Fashion Week. So that means a lot of people in the city, a lot of outfits everywhere, which I have to say, I dressed up for New York Fashion Week.
And forgot her bra.
Well, that's part of it, right?
Right. No, it is.
You leave your bras at home, you bring out all the fun threads.
Yeah. But we're back at Sirius XM here in NYC, which always brings us like a really exciting energy.
The city does that to us.
Yeah.
I think we say it every time, but
it does. It always does. I wish this could be our permanent home always, because it's fun and exciting. There's so many cool people. We have Alice Cooper in the house today, not in the Nikki and Brie Show house, but in the Sirius XM house.
Just walking around. Another Zoni, just walking around.
Yeah.
But I have to say though, you would like to live
Should
here full time?
Should we start the drinking game today of Brie saying, but I have to say, because we have some special guests coming on a little later. There are actually 2 out of 5 or 6 of our BFFs. So do we do that today?
No, because now that you brought that up, I'm one of those who will now not say it.
So Brie, but what do you have to say?
So what I do have to say is you would actually live here full time? Because you just said that.
No, I would podcast from Sirius XM New York full time.
But I guess that means you'd have to live here.
You know, it's just a thing. I'm just saying.
Okay. You do a lot of flying.
But you know what? Before we talk about how incredible our New York Minute has been, let's take it back to Savor. Because a lot of people have had a lot of questions about Savor After Hours and Bonita Bonita Weekend and the grand finale. We had a lot of great outfits, a lot of fun, and we just got to give them the details. First of all, Bonita Bonita kicked a lot of ass.
It did.
We did incredible. And for all of you who are tuning in and you attended Savor and loved what you saw, but more importantly, loved what you tasted, make sure to sign up for our wine club.
Please do.
Yeah. Makes us great businesswomen. I'll just say it.
Yeah, but I have to say it was really fun. I know we talked about this a lot with Val and Max a couple weeks ago of just how incredible the show is. But when your wine gets to be a part of something like that, it takes it to a different level. It made me feel like I was part of the Broadway.
I had like a proud mom moment.
Yes.
For sure. You guys, so opening night, Thursday night, I got wasted like I was in college. I do not know how. Well, I do. But it hit me hard.
I haven't seen Nikki mode like that in a very long time.
I had champagne, tequila, red wine, white wine, and rosé.
Well, and also the thing is I had a video where I'm dancing, having fun, and you just see you in the background just pouring all this wine in your glass.
Right. And I didn't even realize I was doing that. But what happened was when I stood up and started walking, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm shit-faced. And I face planted in front of everyone. I had to be lifted up and kind of carried out. And then my neighbor drove me home. Thank you, Mark. And yeah. And then I threw up red wine all night. It was great.
Yeah. Well, that's
and I had a
weekend.
3-day hangover. 3 days. Barely drank the rest of the weekend. I just couldn't. I couldn't even sip any wine, nothing.
But you know what I'm thinking now is that you were PMSing. And I feel like you...
And I didn't eat dinner.
And you didn't eat dinner. And I always feel like when we're PMSing, we get drunk easy. I avoid drinking.
We need to bring on a doctor, a gynecologist, because I need to ask questions like this, because I always feel like not only, you know how they say because of hormones, when you're about to start your period, it hurts to get like tweezed or waxed or anything. But why is it you get drunk quicker and you get worse hangovers?
There has to be something with the levels of your hormones. There's something with it. But I have noticed that. And I have literally been paying attention to my body. And I'm like, ooh, if I'm PMSing, I'm like, I'm not drinking this week.
No, I'm starting to feel that way now. Isn't that? It's just so crazy how the body works. What it wants to accept, what it doesn't want to accept, what it wants to make you pay for.
Right. And I wonder, I'd be interested to talk to other 40-year-olds. Did this happen to you when you were on the road to 40? Because that's around the corner for us. And maybe this is...
Brie, we're getting
fucking 40.
Yeah,
drinking.
We're getting into the countdown, which I feel like we almost need to bring a countdown to our show here. On 40, we need to think of something fun to do. I don't know. We need to think of something because we just entered September. Our birthday's November 21st. We are literally a little over 2 months away from being 40.
I
Leaving
would-
a decade, entering another one.
I would say it's fall time, but here in New York, it's heat wave time. It's like the 90s with a shit ton of humidity. I've never sweated so bad before.
Okay, but you know what I'm really excited about our show today?
What?
We're bringing on 2 special guests that the world may or may not know. If you tune into every episode of Total Divas and Total Bellas, you will know them because they've been on our show before. They're not New York Times bestsellers. Well, at least not yet. They haven't starred in movies or reality shows or whatever it may be. They have starred in our lives as our best friends. But
They've been the best damn co-stars ever.
Ever. Naturally. So we're bringing on 2 of our best friends, Shawna and Jayme. And Brie and I had this idea to bring them on because when we were coming to New York to do some media, Jayme lives in New York City. And our other friend was like, oh my gosh, it's Fashion Week. And she's actually an incredible, you guys need to check her out, fashion swimsuit blogger and influencer. She does great on her Instagram. So you got to check her out. And I'll let her give you all the details later. But Brie and I are like, wait, we need to have them on as guests because friends, like we could do the Zoom thing or in our different cities. But no, I'm like, it needs to be in person because these are the girls that we did college with. We did Hooters with. We did Crazy Times with. We all grew up together. We've been best friends for, what has it been, 22 years now?
Well, 18, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny is Jayme, so she's in the lobby. She'll be coming in here soon. But she always hates when like people are like, how'd you guys meet? And I'm like, at Hooters University. She's like, don't tell people we met at Hooters. I'm like, I'm proud of it. Damn right. 18 to 20, making that money.
You know, honey?
You know, like all those military boys in San Diego, they love them some Hooters.
Well, it's funny because we were all at dinner last night and we were talking, about, okay, we're going to be recording the podcast tomorrow. We're super stoked. And they were saying like, is there anything off the table? And I'm like, screw it. There's never been anything off the table in my life. So you're fine. Let's just talk it up. But what was fun is we all started to go down memory lane. And I think what's going to be neat for all of you listeners are these are people that knew us before WWE, before it all, right? And we really, those college years are important years. We've all been through it. Some of you are going through it now. You're out on your own, first of all, as an independent. You've left the parents' nest. You've left what has been home for so long, right? And you're making something yourself. But then you also start to think about life. Like a lot of us are like, we don't want to grow up yet. We don't want to think about careers. And some are already thinking about their careers. Like those 4 years are a really big part of your life. And you start to think of who you're going to be as a person, or you just make a shitload of mistakes. I made a shitload of mistakes. I didn't think about what I was going to be. I was just in the moment of,
I'm
asking
learning.
myself for forgiveness of what I was doing.
I just kept telling myself, you know what? I'm 20. I'm learning.
Learning.
This is what we're supposed to do.
This is what they talk about, right? We grow from our mistakes.
But the one thing I'm excited about having the girls on the show is I feel like you see our friends like on Instagram and I don't TikTok. Maybe I should. But on my Instagram, you see like my girlfriends here and there, like, besties or girls' night out.
Yeah.
But I always just put up pictures. I never give more, I guess, in depth to my relationships with them, how I am with them. We did a little bit on Total Bellas. So I'm excited to just kind of see like everyone see like why we're all best friends. Yeah. Because you'll really understand once you hear them talk.
Well, and what's neat is going back to our roots and back to the Garcia twins and being in now our next chapter in this next decade, right? Our Garcia chapter. These were the girls that only knew us as Nikki and Brie Garcia. Yeah. They only ever knew us as the Garcia twins. And so it's kind of fun to have them on with that. You know what I mean?
Well, and also, especially these two. Because we have like, how many's in our group? 5 or 6?
There's like 6 or 7 of us.
Shawna and Jayme, who you guys are going to meet, they're really most vocal ones. And there's so many times they're like, you guys need to quit.
So
you seem too stressed out.
Yes.
We need to quit wrestling. We need to quit these things. Like, come on, let's just relax.
Well, and so when Brie moved to New York, her and Jayme, she first moved in with Jayme and then Brie moved solely. So when Brie left me, then Shawna and Jayme left San Diego too. So when Brie and Jayme left San Diego, they were in New York. And then Shawna and myself and then Katie and Olivia, we all stayed in San Diego. But when the other two were going through their relationships, Shawna and I were peas in a pod, like inseparable. Sure. The minute Shawna would pick me up, but Katie would too, and Olivia. They would pick me up from the airport when I'd land from wrestling matches and we just start going at it because they knew like we only get 2.5 days till she has to get back on the road. And I mean, we were all over Pacific Beach,
You guys loved
Del Mar.
Cabo Cantina.
You know it. I
But-
mean, that Cabo Cantina, there's a lot of places we loved.
Jayme, when I broke up with my ex, she was my first phone call. And I was like, hey, I know you have a guest room in your place in New York. Can I just move there next week? I'll ship 5 boxes, put the rest of my stuff in storage, and start paying you rent. And she was like, please come. And I'll never forget when I got there. I was still emotional, right? Just still going through a fresh breakup. And Jayme was like, you need to play this Adele song. It will help so much. And I was like, okay. You know, she was so obsessed with Adele from day one.
Yeah.
And I got into Adele because of Jayme. And I was like, what's that song called? Like, never had someone like you.
Oh,
that really sad song. And I remember I just
Oh my
bawling
gosh. I feel like that'd make it worse.
No, but she was right. She made me cry my eyes out, like my first week
Yeah.
living
And then
in New
you were-
York.
yeah, you
and
were
then I
good.
was like, then ready.
You were fired up.
Well,
Shawna taught me so much. I mean, Shawna, remember, we'd have jokes because she could break up with guys. She'd be living with them for a year or two, and then she could just break up, and it's just, that's it. She's done.
No tears. We were always blown away. I'm like,
When she
are
was
you
done,
sad?
yeah, she was done. Remember,
was
what
done.
did we used to call her? Like the heartbreaker, like, what was the song? It was about like tearing like hearts out. Remember, we used to like play it for her, and we're like, this is Shawna.
We
What
need to
was-
ask Jayme will remember.
Jayme will remember.
There
Well,
definitely was like a song.
yeah. Well, I mean, Brie, I feel like, I mean, we're already going down memory lane.
know.
So I say we bring our girls in and just keep on going.
I say we do the same.
All right. Well, up next, we have our besties on the show, Jayme and Shawna.
But first, we're going to take a quick break.
Hi, welcome to Hooters.
Now let's pop that bottle.
Yeah.
Woo!
Just no chicken dance, please.
Oh, yeah. No
Or
YMCA. Right. The
I always
YMCA.
hid in the back when that happened.
Yes. You did.
I would run and hide in the kitchen. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
The,
my
the YMCA or the chicken dance? Or all of it?
All of it.
Anytime the dance music came on, I would just run to the back.
I feel like I was always in the front.
Oh, I loved it too. I was like,
You and Aunt Jeanette.
I was like, here we go.
All right, everyone. Well, welcome to the show. 2 of our BFFs. We have Shawna
hi.
and we have Jayme.
What's up?
All right, girls. Well, how does it feel being on the Nikki and Brie Show?
Oh my gosh, I was wondering what took you guys so long.
Right?
Well, you know, this is what we said. It's not the same on Zoom.
Has to be in person.
It has to be in person because Zoom, we're like, no one ever feels the energy. It's like when we're all together, even though there's like stuff we wouldn't show, like our after hours stuff.
Yeah.
We keep that private.
You know, you got to keep some things private.
But you guys have such a good energy, even like through this, that you can tell. I feel like that's why so many people vibe with it. It's like, I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Do you feel like we have that energy like every day in life? Like when we're not even in here?
I mean, yeah.
No, not Nicole this morning though. Right?
I wasn't a part
Why
of that,
is it always me? You always love to come after me and diss me. What was it me about
I
this
said not
morning?
you this morning.
About what?
Like I just kind of felt like the dark clouds came in. I'm
Oh,
like, I'm sure the sun's out. There's a heat wave.
It's because I was thinking about canceling Italy.
Can you believe she was going to cancel on me?
Yeah, everyone
Actually,
can
she still might. It's still up in the air. I said,
Picking
listen,
flowers and doing everything by yourself.
honestly, and our listeners know, like we're supposed to be going to, well, not we're supposed to be. I'm going to Italy
But I
in a
said-
couple weeks.
But you know what? I told her that was the issue right there because the Italy trip's been I, not we. It's Brie's dream trip. And even I go to her and I go, I feel like it's about you. And she goes, well, it is my trip. And
Well,
I go,
so
that's
you said
exactly
the
my
sentence
issue.
wrong. What she said is like, I feel like this is your trip. And I go, well, yeah, I'm the one who signed up and did it. You said you wanted to come. We didn't sit down and like look at each other and go, so where should we go in Italy?
Well, let's be honest. A flower arrangement trip sounds more like Brie than it does Nicole.
Yeah, Breeza wanted to do that
Totally.
forever.
well, and I told Brie when I saw everything they were doing, like walks in the morning, private chefs, picking flowers, like I was like, that's amazing. Then when I saw the seminar part, I asked her, I go, well, while you're in the 2-hour like seminar, can I just go hit the local bars and like go have my own fun? She's like, that's so rude. And I thought to myself, well, I guess I could suck it up for like 2 hours to like get this kind of trip. And
But tell them what you said to me literally last night, right when I turned off the light. Literally, I went like this, like turned off the light, and then
And she wanted to start
and
some
then
shit.
I heard this voice. Please tell him.
what was it exactly?
She goes, I think I just have a lot of anxiety about it. I'm not going to do Italy. And what did I say?
Cancel.
No, I said, not right now. I'm sleeping, not hearing it.
She did.
And I
which
went
is
to
so
sleep.
rude.
Night.
Nay. But I told Nicole, I was like,
You know, let's put our twin fights to the side right now because we have our BFFs on and we only have so much time. And I want to get down to some questions and talking more about the past and not the present.
Okay, but next week, will we know for sure answer if you're going to Italy or not?
It depends how many therapy sessions I could get in before that. But
I mean, honestly, I kind of miss some of the twin fights. Like there were so many good ones. I loved it.
You know what's, where were we the other day? And someone who hadn't been around us and Total Divas, Ariana. And we bicker 24/7. She goes, whoa, I didn't realize how much I missed this.
Serious.
But I missed this. I was like, really?
Well, I bet, I feel like it must, like if I saw people fight, it'd make me like feel good about myself. I'd be like, well, shit, I'm not like that. I feel real good. I'm not dramatic or I fucking have my life together. They don't. So I'd like it.
Or like, wow, I don't have someone that follows me around that just cuts me down in front of people all the time. That's great.
Yeah. Right.
Or like, who's following who around, Nicole?
Yeah.
I know.
Italy?
Well, then I told her today, I go, well, you know what I think? What if when we get there, I just take a train to Paris and then you do
You with this Paris thing, my gosh.
I mean, could you imagine if Boo dropped me off at the flower garden and then she got on a train and went to Paris?
It wouldn't.
I mean, everyone could imagine that. Yeah. I'm like, actually, we all could.
And I'd be like, we're sister of the year.
But we could do like, those like TikTok vids, like where the line, like you could do a dance at the floral treat and I'll do it like at the Vouv or something.
Yeah, and then she'd be in her...
Or the Louvre.
Did you see the Vouv?
I'll be at the Vouv winery.
Drink it up, Boo.
I know, seriously. Okay, so I want to do some little icebreaker questions about Brie and I with you guys because I think our listeners would really love that.
Okay.
So, Shawna, how would you describe me in 3 words? Oh, God. And this is Nikki, by the way, if you guys can tell my voice by now.
Hugest heart. Well, can't do 3 words. Just big heart.
Okay.
Just one of the most caring people I know, but also a little bit crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
You're a little in your head a lot.
Yeah.
You are.
No, it's true.
You've always been that way.
So big heart, caring, mental health.
A fucking
It's balance, bitch. Balance.
You know what? I love you, Shawna. Balance 100. See, these are why they're our best friends. They keep it 100. You know what I mean?
I mean, after talking to you this morning, I went back to my room and I was like, shit, I need to meditate after that shit.
I think I walked in and she was meditating. I'm like, Shawna's meditating.
Well, I'm so happy you got the meditation sesh. All I got today was 11:11 for a minute. I was like, oh, okay, let me try to get in my minute
and pop myself out of here.
Dang.
Okay,
girl.
Jayme, how would you describe Brie in 3 words?
Very spiritual,
Yes.
a hopeless romantic, and someone who cares so deeply about her family and her husband.
Yes. I love that. Gosh, I'm such a good person.
You are such a good person.
Dang, Brie.
Oh, and
I mean, if I had my
energy,
3.
both of them do.
Oh, I love that. Well, Brie, how would you describe Shawna in 3 words?
Oh my gosh, funny.
Yes.
I feel like Shawna makes me laugh constantly. Shawna's also like, I always know, like, I don't know how you put this in one word, but always has like our backs. Like I know,
Loyal.
like loyal. There you go. Loyal. Like I know I could call you in a second, and you'd probably fly to Napa and have my back. If I was like getting into it with a bitch at a bar.
Not even.
And the third one would be blunt. And I appreciate that. And I feel like that's why we've all had a strong friendship for so long because we're very honest with each other. But Shawna, you're real honest, which is so good. And Jayme.
No, I'll do Jayme.
Oh, sorry.
We're all taking turns here.
Okay.
Leaving me out. Per usual. Back up. Just kidding. No, but so Jayme, you're 3, and like Brie kind of hit it, but honesty, which I love. You've always been so honest, no filter. Like there's just no hiding anything. Like how you feel, you say it. And I've always like admired that because at times I wasn't like that, like years ago, and you just would tell anyone how you felt.
Yeah. Sometimes it got me into trouble.
Yes. Yeah, right? I was like, ooh, did she just tell her that?
Oh, shit. We're like,
I think I would have lied.
That's my favorite voice of yours, Nicole.
I know, that one. I haven't done that in a while. I sometimes will do it to Teo and I never do, and then he'll be like,
who's that? Mommy? Yeah, my favorite is when you guys get with Kristen and you guys laugh so hard and you talk in that high-pitched voice and it just makes everyone keep laughing and laughing and laughing.
It's like that cry laugh thing, and then it's contagious. Then we don't even know what we're talking about anymore. But we're all like
just not breathing, getting the cramps.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Like wild. in a good way, like free spirit, wild, like just take in life and soak it up and love it. And then amazing mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Incredible mama.
So good. I feel like
Oh my
we're all gonna cry.
gosh, this is so
turning
fun.
kumbaya.
Yes.
But so we always have to do the opposite. Like we all say like really nice things about us, but I feel like then we have to say one little annoying thing about all of us.
Yeah, but we could say that, and then we got to get into old school stories.
Yes.
Because I feel like our years in college, we truly were like the younger Sex and the City, like girls. You know, like that show Girls came around. I'm like, that was us in Cali. Because we'd all go out at night and then we'd all go our separate ways, me all the time.
Like as in like leaving with men.
Yeah. And then we'd all have the best stories the next morning. Like, I feel like I could
You
write
guys
a
have
book.
both gone through phases like that, though. I feel like there were years where Brie was just off.
Yeah.
I would always come up and sleep in her bed, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That was like my bed.
Yeah.
And then you would just, I don't know what you would go off and do, and you'd be in Utah or wherever.
Oh, yeah. But I even think even back in our PB days where we'd go off in the night and then we'd come back in the morning and like all meet and have like the best stories. But when I was watching Girls, I'm like, oh my God, that was my girlfriends in our group before there was even TV shows about it.
We would drop on a whim after working all day and pick up and drive to LA.
How did
and
we
not
do
have
that?
a hotel.
No.
And then we'd drive back home at 4 a.m.
No, you girls were crazy. I remember when I first started hanging out with you girls, and we like had worked all day. I was at your house. We were all like packing for a trip to go to Vegas because you met some random dudes, which is probably
about
like
right.
so not safe. But we were like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. Like just stuff where like now I'm like, absolutely not.
No, well, Jayme, wait. How
Jayme,
much did we each have left in our bank accounts? Like
$10.
$10, right? We booked Southwest flights, and back then Southwest was $29 each way.
Yep.
And you could also walk on alcohol. And so Jayme and I got Southwest, San Diego to Vegas. We both had $10 left. We got on the plane, and that's when it was barely full, right? And someone had the bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
And we were like, score free drink.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So we would book like the 10 o'clock flight. We'd go out, or maybe it was 8 o'clock, whatever. And then we would book the 8 o'clock flight home and not book a hotel room. You'd like party all night and then fly back home.
And Jayme was better at gambling than me.
Oh, yeah.
So I gave her my $10 and she went and played blackjack. Remember when you lost it?
You've won so much money back for me. Remember your 21st birthday?
Oh my God. Everyone was getting ready. And I came home and won $500 and I was like, wow, let's go out.
Jayme, it was you and I on the tables, right?
Well, hold on. That was the weirdest trip because we all were in like this huge fight, remember? There was two rooms. Yes.
Yes, because we were being loud and having fun. Brie was being actually
in the
not
boring
Brie
room.
mode.
The boring Arizona room.
And our room was fucking bomb.
Selena.
It was fucking loud, and it was like 5 a.m.
You guys, my sister in her room called the cops on
Not the
on
cops.
us.
I called front desk security.
Okay, sorry.
I just
cops.
said the room next door to me is so fucking
When she
loud.
knew it
you need
was-
to come shut them the fuck up.
It was us three, Katie, and who else? Shawna, Jayme, me,
Lacey.
and Lacey. And Brie called the cops on us.
No, Lacey.
I
was
didn't
in
call
our
the
room.
cops. Security.
I'm
It's
gonna
They were
say
in our
cops.
room. She was with all the Arizona girls.
I was.
Yeah,
And I was.
remember when they knocked on the door, and then when they shut it, we started crying, laughing, like we were because we knew Brie sent them.
No, but do you want to know the best? Everyone was coming down to watch the Eagles game in the morning, and you go, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah.
Is that Nicole and Jayme at the table still gambling from the night before?
Your guys'
at
same
8 a.m.
dresses with your heads like this. I couldn't even believe
The same.
they let you guys still play.
no,
I'm
but
like,
in
you're
the
falling
same
asleep.
chair.
Same chair.
We didn't move. But I won $500 too. I kept telling Jayme, when do I hit? What should I do?
Really quick, we have to go back to that $10 story because what made me cry laugh about that is that you guys met some guys, they gave you chips, you pretended to play with them, right? You put them
100.
in your pockets.
They called us Lady Lux, and so they gave us the chips to like put down for him. So as we'd put one down, we'd slowly pocket two. And I mean, I was having my own magic show. I was like, don't know how that shit was going down the arm, like in the pocket.
Totally.
I'm like, yeah, we should play for you again. And we ended up scoring a couple $100 each off that.
Which was so much money then.
So much money. Then. We were able to, well, I think we already were able to get home, but like we knew we could take care of ourselves.
We were not going to
fine.
be stuck in Vegas.
Yeah. And we did get, I think we got dinner and put it on someone's room.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
That is so funny. Isn't it weird though when you're in your 20s, and I especially feel like females, we're always like, our mission's to get like free food and drinks. Like not meet a husband, not meet good guys. Like, no, we don't care. Sleazy people pay for our drinks and food. Like, it's funny.
It's still happening in our 40s.
Oh, no, I will watch it. When we were at dinner the other night. Oh, actually, yeah, we got our dinner the other night.
Yeah, we got our dinner paid for.
We still got it.
We do. And it was actually nice because the guy was older, so it made us feel like we were still young. Like, he was a lot older than us, so I'm like, well, fuck, okay. But it's funny now when I see young girls in bars and I'll like watch them, or like if I'm sitting with Brian at a restaurant and I see like girls and I know I see their eyes, I see how slow they're walking. I'm like, oh damn.
It's so cute though. I don't know why. I find it so cute. I'm like, good for them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You have to use it at that young age. Your hot
Those are
body
the
and all
best
that.
years, honestly, and they go by
best.
They go by so fast, and you have no worries. Like, even when you make those crazy mistakes, like the guys I would sleep with, like after the bar and didn't know, and it was like such a mistake.
Nicole.
I mean, one pops up in my head immediately
too.
about that.
Wait, which one, Shawna, pops in your head?
The one when I came to the condo with Josh, and
hockey?
I woke you up in the morning,
She's
The
like, that's
surfer?
not the one. No.
and remember you were like,
No, the hairdresser.
Ew,
Yes.
the security guy and hairdresser.
he would like cut your hair and then kiss you,
and
and
I
I
wanted-
a little bit more and kiss you.
Sorry,
daughter.
Mom.
The thing is
I
there's
hope you're not
more, but
listening in
we just
Artem.
need to stop right there.
There's way more.
Way more.
I feel like none of us did. Well, maybe some of us had bumps and bruises from certain things. I won't.
Like I've said, if Samantha can write a book, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm like, PB Samantha,
A PB.
like Pacific Beach.
Oh.
I ain't no NYC Samantha, but
You were the San Diego one.
all of our friends, man, we just know how to really like please those men, I guess. Really take it for the team.
You know what it is I wonder too if it's like for us, like not an
Oh my God,
ego
I need
thing,
a
but almost a
drink.
power thing. Because we're all very strong women. So it's like that we want the control. We love the control. And like being
and we
in
also
charge.
wanted to please ourselves at a young age. We got it.
Yeah.
We didn't have to wait till we got into our 30s or even our 40s. Like,
Well, I feel like we've all had talks like, gosh, we were so concerned about not being like super slutty. We should have been sluttier. I know I've talked to you about that.
Oh, we
so
have
many
talked
times.
about it.
so much. I'm like
was-
so mad that I cared about numbers.
I cared about numbers too.
and I'm like,
and now I'm
why?
embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's so low.
Jamie's like, I definitely
No,
did.
mine's
I definitely
kind of low. Well, not too low. I'm like, I wish it was more.
I wish
before
mine
I
was
got
more, too.
married. Yeah,
Same.
I wish it was more, but
And there was definitely men I said no to because I didn't want to come off as a slut. And I'm like, why not?
I know.
Like, I
So
wanted to.
The
but
moral
I
of
didn't
the
wanna-
story is, girls, just do it. You
and
know?
be safe. Wrap
But be
it,
safe.
but just
Have
do
fun.
it. Yeah, and try and do it as sober as much as you can too, because that's when you get to really feel the experiences.
Right.
And then you're safe if you need to protect yourself. But
And you don't come out bleeding.
Right.
Like crazy person.
I
or
probably
sore
would have
or swollen.
stopped
or
writing him a
dragging
lot
your leg
earlier.
down the street to get your prescription.
Oh my God.
My body's been through a lot.
yeah.
I've been there. I feel like I've been in the emergency room. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel
I've been there for a lot of those.
You
I feel
guys
like you
have.
both have taken Nicole and I to the emergency room for different
Cedars
weird,
Sinai.
weird
For
shit.
really weird shit.
Really weird shit. Weird shit has
My
happened
favorite
to
was the
us.
description when the nurse asked.
With me. She's like, what'd you say? I'm like, I tore my right lip. And she's
No,
like,
I
what
don't
do you
think you
mean?
said lip.
No, you
said
didn't. You
flap.
said pussy.
You said pussy flap.
It's a pussy flap.
And then, you know what she...
And I go, oh, my right lip. And she goes, you're what? And I'm like, I swear I said pussy and lip, but I don't even know what to say anymore.
Oh my God,
I drove up the next
I
day to
was like-
LA and you were like, see? And you showed me your
Nicole,
underwear
or you
and they're all bloody.
Yeah.
No, we were at Mel's Diner.
I'm like,
That's when I
remember.
started to get dizzy.
And you,
I was
she
like,
was
whoa, something's
You guys,
off.
we really gotta go. And I think Suge Knight was there that night. It was like a crazy.
Yeah.
damn.
It was a
She
wild
goes,
night.
I gotta go. I'm bleeding. I'm like, come on.
But the best
gotta wait
is when
for
the
your grilled
doctor
cheese.
told her.
And the best ever is like, Lacey was like, I just think sleep it off, and if you're still bleeding in the morning, then we
Totally.
take you to the hospital. I was still bleeding in the
Still
morning.
bleeding.
I was like, I can't die over this shit. It's not a good look for me.
Lace underwear, they'll get you.
Oh my God.
Where are your guys' crazy stories? Like Shawna, I feel like never. You just broke hearts, but you never like.
gosh.
I mean, you were the
She
heartbreaker.
was always in like long. I feel like
know,
long
which-
relationships.
You were always like hitched. Always
I
with
don't
some-
know why. But I should have just not taken things so serious and had a little bit
But
more
I was
fun.
kind of the same.
Yeah.
I feel like you and I, Shauna, were always
Yeah.
in like
You guys were
relationships.
and you guys would have that like tiny single period, but very tiny.
And then we'd be
tiny.
fucking wild. But like not. And then I think maybe we felt guilty for being so wild, so we're like, oh, I gotta get a boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of did it right. I was single and had a lot of fun from like 19 to 24 till I met my husband.
Yeah.
Wow, you met Justin at 24?
Yeah, we've been together. He was 23.
I mean, think, Brie, we were
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. I was telling everyone earlier.
For like 5 years.
Wow. We really
Well, Brie,
do.
you said you had some questions.
Oh, I do. So, I was looking at Vogue and like stuff to talk about with your best friends. And I was like, oh, I want to go through these questions and see like, okay.
They were fun.
And I was like, there's some fun ones, but there's also some interesting ones. Cause I think of our group of best friends, right? And so I saw this question. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Here's a question. Do you believe in having just one best friend or you think you can have multiple?
Oh, I think you can have multiple.
Me too.
I have a different connection with each and every one of you.
Totally.
And you guys do too.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, people were like, are you closer with Brie? Are you closer with Nicole? And I'm like, I'm close with both of them in such different ways, Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And I feel like I've been close with both of you at different times too. Like I feel like Brie was the first one I became really close with, and then you went off, and then you and I got really close.
Yeah.
And that, we go through different stages of life and stuff.
For
sure.
It's so crazy. Because you guys have it so different than most because you guys are best friends with identical twins. So that's not, it's like, I could see where that's like a little different too.
And it has to be hard for you guys because we'll get pissed at each other and like want to talk shit about each other.
Yeah.
And then like, that just
like
has
a sounding board. We're like,
I know.
like fucking bitches are crazy.
Even my mom's the same because she knows not to get in the middle of it. So she's like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. But, and I guess it is true because I think of like even my best friend from when I was young, it's crazy. Like you grow up and start to live different lives and it's just.
And I think it's healthy to have multiple best friends because like you said, you have a different connection with each person and they fulfill a different thing that you need in a friend. I feel like
we need to like get the best friend necklaces, but it's like a rainbow and we all take a little part of it or something.
I like that. That's a really cute idea.
Right? Wouldn't that be cute?
Can I have the
color would you
red?
choose?
I want red.
Well, I think we'd all get a little part of the rainbow, right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Depending.
Oh, I see what you're
Say
saying.
everyone gets a
I
color.
thought too, Jayme, what you thought. Like everyone got a color and then you put it
like
together.
actually-
have like purple.
I
red,
kind of like
the
that better.
arc.
yeah.
I'll take purple. Not because I'm wearing the color
I know.
purple
She's
right
like
now.
an eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow.
I'll take purple.
I don't know.
I actually-
orange. I'll take orange.
I'll take green.
Oh,
I like
I like
green.
green.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's like try to
That's
figure
cute.
this out.
Okay.
Because that would be really cute.
What would Olivia and Katie be? Because what do we have left? Yellow and white?
Actually, I'll be white. I'll be a diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Actually, the white's the
there you
smart
go.
one.
Okay, so I thought this was a really good one, especially because we talk about relationships a lot. But what's the biggest lesson your last relationship taught you? Shawna, you go first.
The one before my marriage?
Or any relationship before your marriage. What's like the biggest lesson you learned?
I would probably say patience is something that I've like really gotten good at, which before, like as soon as I was over it, they were gone. You guys remember?
Yeah.
I'd be like, done. It'd be like that next day. I could not even fake it. But marriage and, being with someone for so long, you just have to learn to be patient and grow. And I mean, 15 years later, it's still something I'm working on.
Yeah.
But it's helped so much.
Yeah. Patience is a good one.
It is.
Yes.
What about you, Jayme?
I would say communication because if you do not communicate, I mean, not even in past relationships, but just in a marriage, even with your kids, like there's so many things that can be implied or that, especially me, like I build up these stories in my head and I come to Justin with them and he's like,
Well,
that's not even true. Like, how did you come up with that?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, I've just been sitting here making up the story. So I think even with friends too, especially with all of us, like we're so far away, but somehow we've like still remained close. And even if we don't talk for so long, like we literally pick up right where we left off.
Yeah.
And it's like so special, the connection that we all have.
I agree.
And going off that, this next question, what do you wish you could reconnect with, Jayme?
I love like reflecting on places and different times in my life, but I honestly like love this chapter of my life so much too. I love how like young and free we were and like that was so fun and to relive it, but like I don't know that I could go back to that stage.
No.
I agree. I would say the friend thing too, because those were just some of the most amazing years ever. And like I don't know. I've met girls and had friends in different groups, but this group has just been so different because I think we all just mesh so well together.
Yeah.
And when we were like good, like things were just so good.
Totally.
And I just like miss that. Now we all just have kids and we live in different areas.
Yeah.
So you know, I get bummed about that all the time.
Like when you would pick someone's house to get ready at, and like we all go get ready there, we're blasting
that
our
was my
music
favorite.
and having my favorite too, and the pre-drinks and talking about like the people meet tonight and spraying your perfume everywhere and making sure like you were just fully shaved. Like, you know what I mean? All the things. Like I thought about everything, and those are the things I miss. Like you just always pick someone. You never got ready alone.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
oh my
wait, I don't
gosh,
like that top on you.
same.
Here, let me take
Yes.
this off. You wear this, I'll wear that. Like swapping everything.
And I also like that Uber didn't exist because remember we're like, oh my gosh, we need to call a cab.
Like,
Like
Nicole, you were always at our house. Remember how many times you
Always.
fell down our stairs to go get the cab?
I
like 3
swear
times in the
there
same
was
place.
like a ghost on there that would just go boom because I would fall down every time. I'm like, how? But I was proud because the one time I saved my drink, I stumbled so hard and I like kept the drink.
You would hear her tumble. You would literally hear her tumble, and we're like, again.
I mean, I couldn't believe, and it's not like texting. We text then. Like I literally walked down the stairs, not looking at my phone, just like a normal human, drinking my drink, and that's. I would say the same. That was,
so fun.
so fun, and you just go out and you didn't know what to expect, but you couldn't wait. Like how the night, what it would take you and do, and like
my favorite was like the camera roll, right? Like there's no editing pictures. There's no like doing any of that, and we would take pictures and we just all thought we looked great all the time, and we would get the pictures back and be like, oh shit,
those 2-3 a.m. shots. I was like, damn.
I was like, oh my gosh, my makeup was awful. I can't believe I looked hot.
white eyeshadow.
I mean,
So bad. But it's funny because I feel like when it was good, it was so fun and good. But the one thing I love about our girls group is I feel like we all laugh when we all like fuck up.
Yeah.
Or like do something really dumb. Like none of us ever get uncomfortable or make each other feel weird.
We don't
all
judge
laugh at all.
That's why we're all
so
so best
hard.
friends. Yeah.
Right.
We love each other for like our funniness, our weird things, our crazy things. Like we are so not judgmental in our group that's like
no,
been
when we
the
call
best
each other
thing.
out, it's endearing. It's like
totally.
yeah, I love it.
It's the best. I mean, we're so lucky we met each other, and who would have thought Hooters would have been the place
Oh my gosh, I know.
that brought us all together.
No, every time that someone says it, they're like, wait, Brie, Nicole, Shawna, you, Katie, Olivia, like they keep going down and they're like, wait, there's no way all of you guys work there at the same time. I'm like, no, we
the
legit
same
did.
time.
And not only
it
that, but we
wasn't-
were the hardest workers. And that was my favorite thing about you guys because we
Yeah.
were always the ones that would stay and close down because we needed to make that money. And then
worked
we'd
5-6 days a week.
It made it so much more fun.
Yeah,
It did.
I agree. And you know what's like pretty amazing when you think about it? It wasn't like one of us met each other and told someone to work there. We literally all came at the same time with very similar backgrounds.
Yeah.
And like it was like literally like when we talk about like when God or the angels like put those people in like relationships, same with girlfriends. Like they put us all together, be like, okay, these bitches are gonna take on the world.
Life's tough. Life's
They're
tough.
gonna go
Just
through
hang
some
with
tough.
them.
Yeah, they got your back.
They got you.
You'll-
I remember we
Shit
all
will
connected
happen.
over like soccer and like
Yeah.
playing. You know, I think you guys were playing. You were playing at Grossmont.
Yeah, Grossmont.
Do you guys remember we went? Didn't we go to our soccer game and we made
Yes,
signs
we made
and
You
we're
guys
like
came
we
in
were
your
drunk?
hot midriffs and outfits and your big posters. I was like, yeah, those are my friends. They're like, we knew she was the old bitch out of the group because we were 21 allowed to drink and they weren't.
Oh yeah.
They'd always tell me to go shoulder tap for them. I'm like, so the school can sue me? Like, no, I didn't even think suing then. I just thought about being like detention
what's
or
shoulder
something.
tap?
You don't know shoulder
know
tap
shoulder
too?
tap?
We
What's
just had to
shoulder tap?
explain this to someone.
When you go at like 7-Eleven Circle K,
Oh, I
and
used
you're
to
like,
always do that.
tap on
Yeah.
someone, you're like, hey, can you give me some
Can you buy
alcohol?
me alcohol?
We would call it
never knew it
shoulder
was calling
tapping.
that.
I didn't
So
either.
funny.
Shoulder tapping. We'd always like be like, okay, who's gonna shoulder tap tonight?
Ugh, I always hated when it was my turn.
Me too.
I get so nervous.
I would be like this, like, and I'm like, okay, no, and they
Because
didn't even
you know
answer.
why? I would just feel bad for the person because I could tell, like, I don't want to say no to her, but fuck, I might get arrested.
Totally. Or you're gonna take our $20 and that's all we have to drink tonight.
Yeah.
How about our
Honestly.
fake ID runs? We'd go around to try to wrangle up fake IDs to go out town. Remember
I
that?
mean,
Crazy.
Shawna, the fact that you and I got into the Bud Light party with fake IDs and then
Made the commercial thing, right? We weren't even 21.
we weren't even 21. Then they go, you guys are going up on this thing. And Sean and I made the commercial and we're drinking Bud Light and we're dancing. I'm like, if they only knew we're 19.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just remember thinking in my head, like, even when it came out, I'm like, are we going to get arrested
I know,
still?
I was
I kind of got
paranoid,
nervous.
too.
Yeah.
Well, because it was Super Bowl in San Diego,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, that is
That
so
was
fun.
so fun.
At La
yeah.
Mirage.
Do you
Yeah.
remember all the like Hollywood parties we would sneak into
my
when we were in
God.
LA.
That was so fun.
So fun.
All the house parties were so fun.
And I feel like no one does that kind of stuff anymore because of social media.
No, they're afraid to be filmed.
Thank God there wasn't social media, you
Thank
guys.
God. I'm honestly so scared for our kids.
I just would have been nervous for the selfies I would have taken.
Oh.
And
I
like,
would have been
When you
such
think
a
you're cute.
hoe.
But I might not have taken selfies, but I might have taken pictures.
I
would've
would
taken
have. This is what would happen. I would have sent probably a few naked selfies to people in DMs, and then they would have been everywhere.
Totally.
And I would have had to see them for the rest of my life. And they would have been, well, not in sober moments. They would have been in drunk PB moments. I mean, even when I accidentally tweeted the one.
Oh, I
No, you
remember
didn't.
that. Bra
You guys, because when Twitter first came out, it automatically linked to your photo album. So
Stop it.
I was sending a bra, but on the toilet. So I like lifted up my shirt and I was like, missing you, like type of thing. And all of a sudden I go Twitter, because when you go to send to someone, Twitter thing was there. So I accidentally hit Twitter.
Stop it.
And I go, oh my God, no. And I'm like hitting all the things. And for a while, people would post it back, and it just made me look like a thirst trap. Like, why is Nikki like putting a bra pic out? And then my other one, thank God it was to Katie, a naked, sexy naked photo on my couch.
To Katie?
I was sending it on BBM. All of a sudden, it hit someone else's name. I go, what the? Who'd it hit? Thank God it was Katie. And she goes, oh, well, looks like you're having fun on the couch today. And I'm like, I just remember dying, but I was like, thank God it was you and not anyone else in my contact list. Unless it was you girls. But
Yeah, we need to get Katie here. She's got some really good stories.
Katie's got great stories.
well, stories.
I have 2 more questions, and then I feel like we can.
We got to
go
have the
into-
girls, then close this with some inspiration and affirmation.
And I got a serious one and a fun one. My serious one
Dang.
is just because, Nicole and I going through like our big kind of leap of faith of going to the Garcia chapter and like this next chapter in our lives. I wanted to know, because I was kind of like, when I saw this question, I'm like, ooh, I was trying to think of like what your answers would be. And I couldn't think. So I was like, I want to ask him. But what's the biggest leap of faith you've taken? Jayme, you first.
I know that.
Yeah. I think I know it.
I think my biggest leap of faith was moving to New York on a whim.
That's what I was gonna
literally
say.
had $3,000 to my name. I sort of knew somebody who I worked at Sky Bar with. And I didn't tell anyone that I was moving because I didn't want anyone to talk me out of it. I told my family within a week. And I think my mom just knew. My plan at that time was to move to New York and then move to Europe or somewhere to do makeup. And I met Justin a year into moving here. And I just like, as soon as I put my feet on the ground, I knew that this was a spot. Like culturally, like I just love New York. All the restaurants, the vibes, the energy is so big. But then I felt bad. I left everything back home that I've ever known, all my friends, all my family. Like that was really hard. But obviously it paid off. And I feel like I'm so happy.
No.
And you dragged some of us with you over here.
Yeah.
We had some
I know. I'll
great
never
times.
forget.
So fun.
I'll never forget the night before we were at Jack's, remember, in La Jolla, and it was so crazy because it really came out of nowhere.
It did.
Yeah.
I mean, Brie knows. I feel like when we were in LA, I was like, I can't live in LA anymore. I don't know where I'm going, but I can't go back to San Diego. It's too slow for me right now.
Yeah, New York's perfect for you.
I felt like it was too. And I remember when I
fits your
came,
energy.
Yeah, when I came to visit you here, I was like, oh, this is where she's meant to
Yeah.
be.
Like Shawna belongs at the beach. Yeah. Like I can't imagine you anywhere else than at the beach.
Yeah. Shawna, so what's your big leap of faith that you've taken?
Yeah, I don't have anything gnarly, but I would say in a weird way, applying at Hooters, because it kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't know anyone that worked there. I had recently been in a car accident where I hurt myself and I was working at Nordstrom and I was in the shoe department, which was like, doesn't sound crazy physical, but you have to run up and down these stairs and I just couldn't do it with my neck. And I honestly don't know what made me walk in there. It was like something like pulled me in there and I got hired, and meeting all you girls, it just like honestly changed my life. So just my friends and just the direction I went, my jobs after that. So I've always been so thankful for that.
Oh my
I
God,
love that. Okay, and I feel like we have to end it where we all have to think about what's our greatest memory we've all had together.
Oh my God.
There's so many. How do you pinpoint?
I know, but there has to be something, right? Where we're all like that. I mean, there's a lot of good ones.
There's so many good ones.
but like a really good one where maybe we laughed and we cried.
What are your guys' favorites?
gosh.
I'm trying to think of like one where we were all together.
Me too.
For me, it would probably be somewhere San Diego where we all were somewhere getting ready together and going out together, like the simple times. Like I
Like the Maloney's days.
Yeah.
We would go to Maloney's every weekend, and it was like, I don't know, you'd get butterflies. Like, what's going to happen tonight? And always something amazing happens.
Yes. I loved that.
Me too. You were like single, right? It was the beginning of wrestling.
Yeah. Maloney's days. I don't know why.
I know, but
No, yeah,
you weren't
missed.
there.
But yeah,
It's hard to get us all together.
it is.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think. Like it. I mean, we've had some really good moments.
I mean,
But-
it's too hard to even.
Maybe just Hooter days, because we were all together when we
Actually,
were young. There was like nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Just the
you
tips
would go,
you were gonna
go
make that
out,
night.
you'd get wasted. You could go to work the next day. The hangovers weren't bad.
Right.
You would like just laugh like, I'm so hungover. This is the best.
Right.
Now I'm like hungover for a week and I hate my life.
Yeah,
Totally.
honestly.
I don't know. I love us at all stages of life. Like I loved us in our teens and our 20s. I say teens because we literally met when we were 19, but like
18.
18.
I was 18.
I was 19. Yeah. I loved us then. I loved us through our 20s and 30s, and like now heading into your 40s.
And now
like,
we're all
it's
moms.
So crazy.
It's
We're
just
all moms.
crazy.
But it's
It
honestly
is.
so beautiful to see so many transitions, and you guys have been like so successful and so true to who you are. And it's so
Yeah, you guys
beautiful to
haven't
watch.
changed.
Yeah.
Thank
You haven't
you.
And you guys haven't either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. Like I feel like none of us have in our group. Every time we're all together, I'm like, we're in the same.
Our poor husbands. They're like,
Honestly.
dang,
I know.
this is our group,
I
huh?
mean, what Brett had to deal with Shawna and I for like a period of time. Like, so am I picking you girls up again? Do you remember the time he picked us up at Vaughn's and we're eating Cheetos, smoking cigarettes in my
Yes.
car, and he like pulls up and he goes, "What are you guys doing?" I mean, we don't even smoke cigarettes, and we're looking at him like,
I was so sick
Large
that night because we
Pepsis,
smoked
extra
cigarettes.
ice with
Yeah.
flaming hot Cheetos.
I remember having to tell Brett, I was like, Brett, Shawna just got in like a carpool Uber. And he's like, what? And we were all
When your
trying to
legs
tell
go
her.
dead.
When
Shauna's
Brittany
legs
was like
go dead.
going nuts at me.
"Yeah."
Oh, I remember that.
She was like
Yeah.
psycho that night.
And he's
After
like,
the races.
that was her bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Del Mar. I remember that.
That was a fun night.
that was
You guys were
something.
arguing. You got an Uber carpool, and we were like, Shawna just left with like 5 people in
Yeah.
the car.
I was
Like,
like,
we,
I
that
didn't
we
even
don't
know, carpool Uber was a thing. So I
Yeah.
just like hit the button.
Can you imagine being that car pulling over and then hot ass
I was a
Shawna
hot
gets
mess.
in? They're like, oh damn.
Yeah.
look
I was
at
a
that.
hot mess.
Uber
I was
carpool more.
I was like, fuck that bitch. Like on my phone. I really was. And I'm like, I was really mad that night.
You guys were hot.
You guys were hot. I mean, it was I'll admit, I had never seen that between
I
you guys.
bursted
I
out.
don't think that's
or
ever
in
happened.
our group.
You guys pulled a Brie and Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Well,
And
that's what
I-
you guys say. You're like, you guys are like
Yeah,
us.
Right,
We're like
right.
sisters.
You guys are like sisters.
I
so.
bursted out laughing.
I
and
know,
then you guys
we-
got mad at me, and I'm
yeah.
like, okay, I gotta.
Brie
turn
and
my
I had
head.
to keep walking away, and I think it's because we know that feeling when you're so mad, but you have that unconditional love. Brie and I can walk away going, "Oh shit," because it started at
The
the
slap in the
table.
back of the head.
Remember? And wasn't she kind of who was stuck in the back of the table trying to get around the chairs? Was that you?
Me.
You, right?
I was
so,
pissed.
So I remember you guys were yelling at each other, and Shauna's trying to get by all the chairs, and I was like, "Oh
It's
shit!"
like, are they gonna fight?
yeah.
I
Got
that
pretty
was
close.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys, I mean, we could honestly do like a full episode series and talk
Seriously.
about all. I mean, we just have so many great
I feel like we're
memories.
missing so many ones.
So many.
know.
Like, it just goes on. But as you know, or you might not know, or you might know, for our listeners, we like to end every episode with a little inspiration affirmation. So, any quotes or mottos you two want to leave our listeners with?
I feel like people always tell me I'm pretty confident. And I feel like I love that. I love that about me. And I always try to hold on to that. But I feel like it's every time you like have a goal or you want to do something, you have to actually do it. And every time you do that, it grows. And I just feel like it's so simple to get there if you just like follow those like little steps.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's weird, but
No, I love that.
I love it.
I love
Confidence,
that. And
discipline.
you've always been really good about that.
Yeah.
Making goals and like you.
Oh my
No.
gosh, you're the best. You have a lot of discipline and confidence.
I would say maybe just own who you are, like all your quirks, everything. I mean, there's times where you go through so many self-doubts, and I feel especially now with Instagram, everyone is filtering to look all like each other. But what makes us beautiful is all of our individualities, and I feel like if you can own that, I feel like that's been the biggest thing for me.
Oh, I agree.
It's great. I love that.
It's so true when they say that your imperfections make you the most beautiful. And it's crazy because you think of, people, can give you the ick, but like when you fall in love, whether it's your friends or your spouses or partners, like it's crazy what you like, the things that aren't perfect about them that you love. And so it's so true. We got to embrace those so much more. Oh my goodness. I mean, I even got to do it for myself.
Yes, you do.
I know. We had that talk with you the other day.
Yeah.
You can get like that.
It's hard after you become a mom.
Don't drag.
It's hard. You
It
gotta.
is.
No, it's
You
true.
gotta
Like
love
I'm
your new
still in
body
the
and your new
new
life. Yes.
like feels of like just finding who I am, and it's. I was talking when we were doing the other show earlier. I said it's weird because I was so sexy for so long, like how I was portrayed, whether it was Nikki Bella or whatever it may be. And it's weird because you do naturally shift as a mom. Like there's some things I want. I'm like, I don't want to wear this by my, when I'm around my son. But then I want to wear it when I'm not around my son. But do I look? It's so weird to find that. It's a mind fuck.
You got to find your new.
And I need to get out of the
you.
mind fuck.
Your new-
Yeah. That's why I've had so many different hairstyles in the past year, because I'm still trying to find who she is.
My head's spinning, girl.
I know. Everyone's like, wait, who's she now? I mean, I feel bad for like the Barmageddon poster. They're probably like, shit, she changed her hair again. I'm like, sorry.
And then today you're
Sorry.
like, I want to change my hair again.
I know. I'm kind of feeling.
To what?
I kind of think after going through all these hair experiences, I think my next chapter in life, I meant to have a black straight bob.
I
feel
like that
like
on you.
I love it
from the
on
beginning.
you.
Yeah, I think because it just makes me feel sexy and pretty. And this color's great on me, and it's girly, and it lightens me up and softens me up. And I've gotten so many compliments, but for me, it doesn't fit my personality. When I was this color and super long, fit my personality. But this makes me feel too girly. And I've always been a sexy tomboy. And so if I can't have long, the dark bob made me feel like
The bob was striking, edgy.
front.
Yeah, hot,
It
very
just made me
striking.
feel,
Which I always felt was you. That's why I was so against you getting your extensions. I'm like, but the bob.
But I had to go
you
through
rock
that.
it
You have
good.
to go through it
You
to
do.
feel it, because I would like think in my head, I wish I could have my long of what it used to be, but because I cut all my hair off and I have such thick ass hair, like I have to wait to grow it out to put in the fake hair again.
Yeah.
Because what I just did, putting in
The
10 to 11 packs. I mean, my poor head and neck were doing a workout every time I lifted it off the pillow. I was like,
You always
"Oh,
know a
fuck."
woman's going through something internally when their hair is like constantly changing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Shit. Everyone knows. No, I'm a shit show.
Oh my God, stop.
It's been a rough year.
I feel like
been a
you
rough
found
year.
like the magic potion. I feel like every time you're so happy you're in your garden, you love your kids and your husband, and I feel like you're just like
She's at peace.
at peace. Yeah.
I
You are.
am. I
You
feel
are.
like I kind of I'm a dreamer, but I'm a realist. And I also know like life, it's never going to be what I think. And I think sometimes I have to allow life to come at me and be like,
can't control it.
I can't. And sometimes I shock myself. There's things that I never thought that maybe I'd like. And I'm like, oh, I really like that. And I'm okay
I
with
know,
that.
like your fake boobs, and you're like, fucking love it.
I never thought. I never
Nobody,
thought.
right?
But they're so good.
They're so good.
good.
I kept telling her, I go, girl, trust me, you will love it. You complain about what you have and just put them in.
Yeah. But I also feel like I just have zero expectation.
Wait, am I the only one of our crew that doesn't have fake boobs now?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is
Wow.
wild.
But you never needed
But you
them.
never.
You should have given us some of your
I
boobs.
know.
I
You
know.
could have shared that.
I was always jealous of Jamie's boobs. I'm like, can I please have some?
boobs and butt.
Now
Yeah.
there's a lot to go around.
That's why she was like the Hooters bikini girl.
Oh my
They're
gosh!
like,
When I was so
stacked in the
intimidated with
front
Jayme when I
back.
first met her. I was like,
Were you?
oh my gosh!
Oh, you thought I was a bitch.
Well, you were just confident, and I was new, and I
Yeah.
was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I was intimidated by a lot of you guys when I first met you. I was like, okay, so here I am. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is so much fun.
this
But
was
we have a
fun.
dinner reservation we got to get
we got to
to.
get to the nines,
to
if
the
you know what I
nines.
mean.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the nines time. All right, everyone. We hope you have a great week. Thank you for listening. You can always check out our show now on YouTube.
Yeah,
every Friday, which is so fun. Also, make sure to follow our Instagram at the Nikki Brie Show.
And on TikTok, because we got to get those numbers up. Let's be for real.
oh shit, I'm
I
gonna be
know.
40.
You
I always
guys.
forget TikTok.
Get us.
We're on TikTok.
Help us get those numbers
I am
up.
not.
Let's do
View
it.
us on TikTok.
TikTok.
All right, everyone. Have a great week. Shawna, also tell everyone where they can follow your blog and your Instagram.
Yeah, it's just my name, Shawna __Allen with an A, ALLAN.
Yeah, you give such great fashion inspo, workout advice, workout tips. So you guys make sure to go follow Shawna and read her blogs. Brie, we were obsessing over European blog. You killed it. That was so good.
That was so fun.
Do you know you made me
killed it.
download the Like to Know?
Yeah. The like to know,
Never
yeah.
did? Yeah.
No, I've never. But the outfits I wanted that you had, they were out of my size.
She's so good. And amazing recipes.
Amazing. I forget you have the
was-
recipes.
Yes.
She is a good.
We were talking about
influence
you
follow.
earlier, and we were just saying perfect
Yeah.
influencer.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Love you
You
too.
are welcome.